Well, here on the Sports Fix, it's Wayne with you, and it's an opportunity for us to look at what's happening in sport in regional areas in New South Wales and Victoria. And I've asked Rikki Lambert to join me. He is our Flow News 24 political correspondent. And Rikki, the reason for you joining me is that right now in Victoria, we have the situation where AFL games that are scheduled have been played in front of no crowds. The game this week for Geelong versus Melbourne. Also, likewise, we have the Western Bulldogs playing at Marvel against Port Adelaide. My question would be, why would the Victorian government, who's now released the regional areas from being in lockdown, why would they not have now opened up the regional areas for crowds?
Well, it's a really challenging situation because you've got Premier Andrews making these decisions. I'm sure the AFL would dearly love to have those crowds there. The people of Geelong and regional Victoria would like those crowds to be there. But he's saying no. This is the same Premier who said when you're drinking outdoors, you have to drink with your mask on. You know, he's lost control here in terms of the power that he's got to restrict what people can do. And let's look at the hospitalisation figures in Victoria. How many people in hospital with COVID-19 right now? Just 12. How many people are in intensive care right now? 1.
That's an incredible figure. So one person in intensive care in Victoria, yet right now the regional areas which aren't in lockdown are looking to play their sport this weekend with no crowds again. I talk about the Horsham District Football League here, talk about the North Central, and I even look to, say, the Wimmera football. And then the added problem of, say, Melburnians who are not able to travel and play up into the country, and those people being restricted from actually carrying out their country sport. I mean, is this now an overkill? Should we be opening up regional Victoria? Ballarat, should it have been opened up for the Western Bulldogs to play Port Power in front of 5,000 people?
I think absolutely. We saw when the Bulldogs played the Crows there a few weeks ago, even though the ground was locked down, some very enthusiastic Doggies supporters outside the ground, tooting their horns, wearing their gear and cheering their fans on, their players on. So I really think that this is a massive overkill when you consider this ring of steel effectively has been reinstated for almost a week now. So there has been no circulation of Melburnians within regional Victoria. So why, if you've got that few number of hospitalisation cases, why can't you have even some form of crowd at these finals footies matches?
Yeah, it is. And Sunraysia is taken the incredible position to actually call off their last home and away matches because the New South Wales teams are involved, and now they're saying that even with their finals matches, they have to wait until the New South Wales situation, where New South Wales side of the border come out of lockdown. Now, surely if there's a border bubble, isn't there a place here that the border bubble wouldn't be in lockdown? The rest of the state going into lockdown, but it seems that there aren't any cases along the border, yet we have these enormously difficult positions for football administrators to have to take.
Well, footy fans love their footy and they're passionate about it, and what they don't want is their leagues to become Mickey Mouse competitions, and even the premierships they win or the male medal that they win in their local leagues as the best and fairest in that league to be considered, well, it wasn't really a genuine win because it wasn't a proper season. I mean, the leagues need to be able to get on with and finish their seasons when there is zero basis right now to be locking down those leagues.
And certainly zero basis of community transmission in the parts of Victoria we're talking about. And so we hope that we'll get crowds back, hopefully this weekend, but it looks like we're going to be going ahead with finals football in some of our leagues, and in other places they'll be finalising home and away matches. But across Victoria, at least we're playing. Unfortunately, in New South Wales, we haven't been able to get any competitions up. Hume Football is abandoning their final round by the look of it, but have stated that they will come back and play their finals football, and they will play it even after the AFL Grand Final in October if they have to. So interesting developments in regional football competitions.